What's up, guys? So, Facebook Computer Vision. It's basically what it's called. I'm going to go through my timeline and show you in real time some of the tags that I'm able to see on top of people's pictures that are generated by Facebook, which are hidden from you. I'm pretty sure iOS devices do this as well, but it's not confirmed. It's not something that I can confirm, but it's not only been a secret, but it's just really not something that most people are even remotely aware of. But without wasting too much time, let me just go ahead and start scrolling down my timeline. I might even actually zoom this in a little bit to make it easier for you guys to see what's happening. All right, so let me make some adjustments really quick to my screen. Oh, okay, I know what I just did. Trying to resize my timeline here. All right, so I'm gonna bring it in. We'll go in about 230%. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll through. Check that out. One or more people. That's pretty generic tag. One person. So that's a basic tag you see right here in the top right hand corner. And I want to see, what interesting tags I can find on people's pictures. And these are real people on my friends list. Here's a crazy one. People sitting, drink, outdoor. So yes, people are sitting. There are drinks, and this is outside. Two people in close up. It's pretty interesting. So every one of these is not going to be accurate. All the information is not going to be in the pictures, but it'll start to get crazy depending on depending on the quality of the photo and probably what was used to upload the photo. Okay, so I'm pretty sure some of these tags come from iOS devices as well. So if someone uploads a picture from their iPhone, for example, let me show you this really quick. I'm actually gonna pull my phone up in a second. Okay. I'm going to go into my photos. And in your iPhone, you have this album called Places. If I tap on this, I can zoom into, my daughter. I will send this picture of my daughter. So I'm not going to zoom all the way in there because basically her address is stored in this photo that was sent to me from another person's iPhone. This is a picture that I took several months ago, and it showed up in the maps because I had my location services turned on when I took this photo. So if I send this photo to someone, or if I upload this photo to Facebook and someone downloads it on their iPhone, they can open maps and see exactly where this photo was taken. So as you can see, this says Caryville. So this is right by the Legends. There's the photo. This is a mask that I created, and it was in Schilling Farms Middle School, and they framed it, put it on the wall. But basically the location was tracked when I took the photo, because my location services were on, which I usually turn off, which is why you only see 2 photos in my maps. But if you go over to maps and you haven't changed any of the settings in your phone, if you go to photos and to the location or the places photo album, you'll see a lot of your pictures, and the pictures you might have downloaded from the internet that were taken on iPhones. You might even see those pictures in your places, depending on what pictures you saved on your phone. So that might be creepy to some people. It might be a cool feature to some people, but I don't know. What do you think about that? So in this photo, we've got 2 people smiling, people standing, mountain, sky, outdoor, nature. All right, these are all tags from Facebook, and I would assume iOS as well. This one just has text. Okay, this one, it says people sitting, but I'm not seeing any people sitting. I do see a shadow here, so it might seem like someone is sitting. A screen and indoor. So the screen as in the computer screen. That's pretty crazy. All right, 1 or more people, coffee cup, indoor, close up. So this data is probably used by Tinder. Okay, so I don't know if you have used Tinder, or if you are even remotely interested in how Tinder is using data to basically match different people based on who what pictures I swipe left and right. There is a lot of information embedded in pictures that can be tagged in these in these tags that can be tracked based on whose images I swipe left and right. So there might be a lifestyle of different women that I subconsciously am more attracted to or more interested in, which Facebook is capitalizing on that information every time I swipe a certain picture right. So in some cases you'll see pictures where it's women in a group with a group of people, or women who are smiling really big, or their hair is a certain color, or they're in a certain environment like a nightclub, or some social setting where there are more people in the background. Tinder uses that information to match me with other people who are in similar situations, who have similar tags in their photos. So 1 or more people, coffee cup, indoor, close up. So those things are tagged in certain images. Interesting. So this one is 1 person standing, wedding, indoor. Isn't that crazy? Isn't this insane? Wow. All right. 1 or more people standing, sky, outdoor, nature. 1 person and text. 1 person and text. So with Facebook, you could see how this is used to create algorithms that display or hides certain images from you, certain posts from you, based on what posts you interact with. So to go a little further with videos, you might have a video of 2 black people fighting outside in the parking lot around some cars, and maybe there are other videos that have similar tags in them that the public can't see. Like if you watch a video, you just see the video, maybe you see the annotations, but you don't necessarily see what data is being tracked in the software by Facebook where the video is uploaded, or by YouTube. I'm sure they have a way of tracking that information that's embedded into photos and videos to, basically curate a selection of posts that Facebook or YouTube might think you're interested in based on what other videos you've watched or pictures you've reacted to. Okay, so if you more than likely like pictures of people who are, female and, usually alone with a close-up, Facebook might be more likely to show you more posts from people who are posting close-ups who are also female and, in a room by themselves, if that makes sense. So the more pictures you like, the more data Facebook and all these other websites have to basically track what's happening, and what you're interested in, what you're more likely to react to or comment on. One or more people, close up. One person, close up. One person sitting, close up. I feel really bad for this girl. Bullying is not cool at all. One or more people, text. So these aren't even real people, but it still can track figures or characters. All right, this is where it gets pretty interesting. Two people smiling, crowd, stadium, outdoor. So it's got these two people basically tagged as the count, and then a crowd of people behind them. He's smiling, we're outdoors, we're in a stadium. These are all automatically tagged. The person who uploads this photo doesn't say, hey, I'm in a stadium around a crowd outdoors, I'm smiling, and there's X amount of people in my photo. Facebook automatically generates these tags based on so this is artificial intelligence. 9 people, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. That's crazy. People smiling, people standing, and outdoors. Crazy. You guys have no idea how, like, I'm kind of hyped about this, and I'm also like, I'm impressed. One or more people in text. All right, 2 people, people smiling, people standing, shoes, indoor. Text. Is that the guy from Mulan? I think it is. I don't know. All right, so here we go. People smiling, one or more people, close up, indoors. 2 people, people smiling, people standing, indoor. 2 people, people smiling, people standing. 3 people, people smiling, people standing. And this one's at night. 2 people, people smiling, people standing. So all of this person's photos are tagged, which could represent the fact that these tags might also be generated by a smartphone. Okay, so the smartphone could also bring tags over to Facebook. So I'm going to go through a few more and see what we can find. Check that out. Car, outdoor. Crazy. You guys have no idea how advanced technology really is. So when you see my posts about things that seem impossible or off the wall or futuristic, or that just seem really unusual and too crazy to be true, let me remind you that when that new iPhone or that new technology comes out to the general public, it's probably been an existing technology for over 10 years, as in this new form of technology that's new to you or new to us has existed for a pretty long time before they decided to share it with the public with a piece of software or a website or whatever it is. So these tags aren't necessarily public, and 9.9 out of 10 people will not ever know that these tags exist until the late future. 3 people smiling. So these pictures embedded into like meta descriptions usually don't get tagged because they're not necessarily uploaded directly to Facebook. They're being pulled from other websites. This only counts 2 people, even though there are 5, 6, or 7. So I'm going to go through some more and see what we can find that's interesting text. And another thing with this is when you see text and images, keep in mind that there is text recognition software. When you upload videos to YouTube or Facebook, sometimes they can automatically populate the closed caption. So voice recognition is embedded into a lot of the software that you use daily, even in the phone. So, you know, even if people aren't listening to your phone calls, or if you're recording audio to whatever over the internet, if you have video, you upload it to the internet, the audio is automatically converted to text behind the scenes. When you look for music on the internet, you look for a song that you don't know the title to, the easiest way to find it is to search the lyrics, right? And when you search those lyrics, a lot of times you'll see the video actually pop up for that song, but even though the video popped up, you won't see the lyrics in the description or in the video. How is that? Because the search terms you use, those lyrics, are embedded into the voice recognition software from, you know, the YouTube database, from the YouTube servers. So that text that's automatically generated from the audio will be in the search queue, even though you can't publicly see the lyrics that are, you know, embedded into that database. But you can search for the videos using the text or the words that are in the audio. In this case, we've got a picture here, and I'm pretty sure that you know how you have facial recognition, pretty sure they have text recognition in photos now, where you know, I've had software several years ago that I was able to use to upload a written text, you know, a written paper. I scan a written paper and upload it into my computer, and it'll automatically convert it to a Word document for me, automatically generating text from the text that was written. So I'm pretty sure Facebook has this as well. When people hold up signs or, you know, take pictures with text in the background, that text is analyzed by this software, this analytics software, and, you know, that's data that companies can use to advertise to you. That's data that you know, these dating apps can use to, you know, see what's in your environment, what's in your pictures, and how people are responding to those. So even though this just says text here, I'm pretty sure this image, the actual text in this image has to be recognized for this software to know that this is text in the first place. It has to know what an A, what an M, what a Y, or 4, what an S, what a T looks like, for it to even recognize this as text. So, you know, when you upload pictures that aren't, you know, that are taken from your phone or camera, the text is automatically generated kind of in this XML, this back-end file that you never see. Again, one or more people standing, mountain, shoes, outdoor, nature. One or more people outdoor, one person sitting, so it has a chair, standing, night, indoor. One or more people and shoes. One or more people and sunglasses. It can even track things like hats, one person text. So I'm pretty sure this picture knows who that person is based on the image of her head. Food. So that's another one, food. So when you are swiping left and right on Tinder, if you more often swipe right based on people who have a dog or people who are eating, Tinder can use that information to say, hey, this person is also interested in dogs and food. So we're going to show him more people based on the images that were uploaded with dogs or food in the pictures. That's how Tinder became so successful, and a lot of people don't know that this technology exists. One person, phone, indoor. I don't think there's a phone in the picture, so that's a little bit of a mistake. Two people, meme. So you got text up here at the top and bottom. So that's funny that Facebook has added meme into their database as something that's tracked. So there's someone that manages this and actually goes through and basically teaches the artificial intelligence software what these attributes are for these pictures. So they say, hey, there's a picture and then there's text at the top and the bottom with like this black outline of the text. That's 9 times out of 10 that's going to be a meme. So it's funny that they have meme in here. So we've got tree, outdoor, text, nature. One person, meme, text. All right. That's pretty crazy that, if Facebook is tracking what a meme is, you can only imagine what's being tracked in your photos and why certain advertisements are being shown to you. Text. 3 people. So if you've uploaded pictures with a pair of shades on your Facebook page, guess what? You might see an advertisement for shades at some point in your life based on that picture you uploaded. Now, when you sign up for Facebook, you pretty much waived your rights of having Facebook analyze your pictures to show you ads, but they don't do it as often. They don't do it often enough for you to notice it. But they do track the information based on the images you upload. One person, meme, text. One person, text. So I want to see if I can find one that's interesting. Car, outdoor, nature. So it would have been cool if a house was tagged in this image as well. One person. That's pretty neat. Shout out to the Pokemon fans. Bedroom, indoors. So this tagged a bed. Okay, so we've got facial recognition. People are afraid of that. We have bedroom recognition. We have car recognition. I'm pretty sure at some point these pictures will be able to tell you what car is in the picture. This software will be able to tell you what type of shades you're wearing. Text. One person standing indoor. Text. Text. 4 people, meme, text. This is crazy. 3 people, people smiling indoors. 3 people, people smiling, people standing. 1 person standing, meme, text. Text. 1 or more people in text. People sitting, so no one sitting in that photo. There you go. There's a new one. Cat. Tell me that this is not like interesting to you. Like, we're further in the future than you understand, and the technology that's around us, that's in our everyday lives, most people will not ever comprehend. Now, I've been researching these types of things for over 10 years, And people used to say I was crazy. Now there's no excuse. Now there's no doubt that I'm not just delusional. I'm not an idiot. So all this stuff that I've been researching for the past 10 years has probably been true for the past 10 years. Like, I mean, I didn't know for a fact that everything I was talking about was true or accurate, but I'm right more often than wrong when I'm more people than text. Two people smiling, text. I wouldn't really consider that a smile. Maybe it is, I guess. All right, so let's go through a few more, because this is kind of fun. So usually they can track cups and drinks like beer. So it says drink, sunglasses, two people, outdoor. It should have also tagged a hat, but maybe it's gonna kind of limit what tags I see in individual pictures. But you'd see outdoor festival tents, and in some cases button down might become an option, or might become a tag in the next few years. Okay, purse, or the brand of the purse, watch, the type of hats that are being worn, hairstyles, curly hair, for example. Food. So, who's watching right now? If you're watching, I might want to go and look at your pictures. Chuck, thanks for tuning in. Joe, thanks for tuning in. Steve, thanks for tuning in. Yes, Joe, that's crazy. Joe, I kind of have mixed feelings about it. I don't like it, but at the same time, I'm really excited for where technology is going. I think there's gonna be a lot of things that can that we can benefit. A lot of ways that we can benefit from this information. Because having this real-time information and being able to collect this type of data will not only bring us more compatible connections throughout our lifetime, it'll make our lives easier, as far as having these tags in our images. Maybe at some point, this software will be able to tag problems or solutions to problems that we don't even know we have. Think about this in a medical situation. So seeing that this information is here, you can only imagine what information is probably available to doctors and lawyers. Different facial recognition software, of course, will be able to tell moods, and I can see how this can be used in situations like in court. This artificial intelligence stuff is like next level insane. But I'm thinking beyond what's being presented to me, because if I can pull this up on my computer, if I'm a nerd enough to be able to get access to this publicly and share it with you, then there is 10 years worth of data in this software that I don't have access to. That's probably light years ahead of what I see right now. Right? There's probably so much more information in this picture that's being tracked and analyzed that I can't see publicly, which is being used to basically craft certain situations in my life. So a lot of things aren't necessarily coincidence because of this data that these people have, such as Facebook. So it kind of makes you, I'm on the fence. It kind of makes you wonder, like, how much of my life is by accident, One or more people text. One person surprised that the cat wasn't tagged in this one, but we've seen a cat tag. I wanna find something that's totally off the wall crazy. So I'm hoping I can find something before I end this video. 2 people smiling close up. There's really only one person in this. 6 people smiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. True. 2 people, so I think it's pulling these 2 people from this image. Two people sitting, meme, text, outdoors. 1 person and a hat. There you go. All right, 2 people smiling, standing, sky, shorts. See what I'm saying? So every now and then you'll see something in here that's probably being tracked in other images that I've shown you, but check that out. Shorts. So who knows? They might know the brand name of the shorts. There we go. Dog. That's insane. Text. Four people close up. So moods, I won't be able to see moods just yet, but I think like I said with Tinder, those different tags such as happy, smiling, drinking, smoking, sitting, standing, running, laughing, those different tags, I'm pretty sure Tinder uses those to actually help generate more compatible matches based on what photos you swipe left and right. So when you swipe right on the photo, it's more than just a conscious agreement or a conscious decision based on whether or not you're attracted to that person. Subconsciously, you're also interested in what the person is doing, what type of environment they're in, what type of attitude they have, what type of clothes they're wearing, what type of social status they have, what's in their hand, what's not in their hand, what gestures they're making, whether or not they are in a car, what their fashion taste, the price of whatever they're wearing, their lifestyle, okay, whether or not they're wearing jewelry or whether or not they're with people, okay, whether or not they're outdoors or active. Those tags, I'm pretty sure, I can promise you, I can guarantee you that Tinder uses that information to curate a set of people that should be presented to you. One person sitting close up indoors. One person is kind of outdoors. So before I go too far, before I keep going like extra crazy, I'll find a couple more and I'll end this video. Outdoor. So I'd like to see a tag maybe where someone has a guitar and the guitar is actually tagged. I like to see like a product tag, but I don't think we're gonna find that. All right, here's a new one. Two people, people smiling, child. All right, so we've got child as the tag. Up close, one person text. Two people, close up. All right, so think about this. This text has, or this image has, this Barnes & Noble gift card. This text could be recognized and generated as Barnes & Noble. So Barnes & Noble could definitely be tagged in here. And this is information that Barnes & Noble probably has access to, or big companies probably have access to, based on the pictures that are uploaded with their business name tagged in the picture through the software side. So this person is likely to see an advertisement from Barnes & Noble at some point in their life based on this picture alone. Now, whether or not you think that this information is accurate or true is irrelevant, because it is true. Okay, this stuff is real. There's no doubt about the technology that is hidden from us, that is basically used against us, but also in our favor as well, because obviously we're interested in certain things. Why not see relevant ads based on what we like? So there's a good, and there's some people might have a negative connotation towards it, because there's a lot of personal information. So check this out. Wow. So I'm just proving my point over and over again. This one says one person and baseball. Like, how the hell can a software tell me that this image is related to baseball based on some pixels, based on these? You see what I'm saying? This is just pixels organized in a way that is displayed to me, so that I can see. If I recognize that this is a baseball bat, and the software also recognizes that this is a baseball bat, or this is baseball related, it goes to show that the software is probably way more intelligent than we give it credit for. So when we see things like robots in movies and artificial intelligence, and we think it's just for our entertainment, no, man. A lot of that science fiction shit that you see in movies is actually real. And 9 times out of 10, what Hollywood is doing when they broadcast or release certain movies that we look at as entertainment, 9 times out of 10, what they're doing is conditioning us to prepare our subconscious minds for the artificial intelligence to become a part of our normal lives, and at some point outsmart us and overpower us. Okay, so all that conspiracy shit aside, I've been talking about this for over 10 years, and people looked at me as though I was crazy. People said I was crazy. People said I was weird. I'm like, cool, y'all be fucking normal then. I'll be weird over here by myself, and I'll watch y'all get your life like handed to you on a plate, while I enjoy being aware of what I'm actually being presented on TV, on the news, on the internet. Okay, none of this stuff is by mistake. All the people in your life, all the shit that you see, the shows you watch, the food you eat, none of it is by mistake. The diseases you get, the sicknesses you have, the medicines you take, it's all kind of crafted to control your life. And as crazy as you might think it sounds, the proof is right here, man. So that's interesting. Baseball was tagged in this. I mean, like, I'll get addicted to looking through these because I want to find tags that like surprise the shit out of me. But I could look at this for days, and like I said, there's probably so many tags that will not be rendered publicly. There are a lot of tags and images that will not come through this software because this is kind of an early version of this developer tool. You know, so while this says one or more people, meme, and text, this artificial intelligence can probably tell me that this is a still from Toy Story. It could probably tell me which frame from the movie this still is. It can probably tell me that this is a Buzz Lightyear toy and this is Woody. Okay, and if I go and like or comment on this image, at some point in my life I might be presented with the opportunity to buy a toy related to this movie. Okay, Disney can take this information and say, oh man, you liked a Toy Story image that was related to Toy Story, then when the new Toy Story movie comes out, we'll make sure that the ad gets shown when you're logged into YouTube. We'll make sure that when the movie comes out, you know, we position the movie to be shown on your Facebook timeline, the trailer. And we'll make sure you see it X amount of times. So I've always, you know, stuck to my gut. I've always had a firm belief in the things that I've researched and the things that I've taught myself. And this is just another thing that has proven a lot of my research to be accurate. Let me find one more. One person close up. You know, so another tag that I could see being relevant here is the style of her shirt, the color of her shirt, you know, the way she's done her eyebrows, their lipstick color, her hairstyle, the Snapchat filter. Okay, different makeup tones and the skin color. Okay, so the skin color on her face compared to the skin color on other parts of her body. So, you know, that's information that can be generated with artificial intelligence to say, hey, you know, this person's real skin color is this, but they like to buy this kind of makeup or foundation or whatever it is. You see the way she's done her eyebrows and the color of the eyeliner and the fill that she used in her eyebrows. The fact that she has a necklace on with the cross. Okay, that's all information that's probably being generated by artificial intelligence that we're not likely to see anytime soon. One or more people outdoors. So of course we have to take into play the quality of images, and we also have to consider you know, things like smartphones and smart TVs and what they're capable of. I want to show you this thing one more time. Again, if I go over to my phone and I open up my images, if you have an iPhone, do this as well. If you haven't changed any of your settings on your phone when you bought or whatever, set up your iPhone, go into your images and click on places. All right, should be the third album, and this is going to open up the maps, which will show, you know, let me go to grid. It'll show where images were taken. All right, so this one says December 1st 2016, West Poplar Avenue. And I can see nearby photos. Okay, but when I go over to the actual map, when someone sends me a photo from their iPhone, and they have not changed the settings of their location services and the Photos app or the camera app, then I can usually open up my maps and zoom in to exactly where they took that photo. Okay, so if that's a concern to you, if you're a parent, or if you just care that your address is safe or whatever, then go into your iPhone app, go over to settings, go down to, I think it's privacy, location services, and under camera, change this to never instead of, by default it's while using the app. Change it to never. Another thing you want to do is go all the way down to the very bottom and click on location services, system services, and then you want to go down to frequent locations, and then you want to turn that off. Frequent locations basically tracks everywhere you go. For instance, if you go to Taco Bell or Domino's Pizza, even if you don't buy anything and you just sit outside of Domino's, chances are you might see an ad either in your email or on Facebook or on YouTube based on your frequent locations, which is by default turned on if you're using an iPhone. So frequent locations just kind of takes track of where you are, where you go, where you're walking, where you're driving. Even in the map, if you go into maps and you're driving and use the map to basically as a GPS, and you're on the way to a point B destination, but before you get to point B, you stop somewhere and get out of your car and go into the store, your map will say we dropped a pin where you parked your car, so that you can, basically it's saying so that you can know where to return to your car. You're like, what the heck? How did you know that I got out of my car and started walking? And how did you know to drop a pin where I parked? How do you know that I parked? So that information is being used in your app, and most people are kind of, overlooking it and not really considering their safety. Not to say that it makes them any less safe, but it's definitely something to think about. So if you turn your frequent locations off, and again, I'll go back and show you how to get here. You want to go to settings, privacy, location services, camera, never. You want to go back, scroll down to system services, scroll all the way down to frequent locations, and turn that one off as well. Now, the rest of these is they're totally up to you. There are a lot of other features that I'm going to touch on my YouTube channel for using the iPhone for productivity, for business, for security, and all kinds of other stuff. But this video was just just spontaneously felt like recording a video. So thanks guys for tuning in. If you think this is crazy, if you think there's somebody that should see this, share it. Let me know what you think. Give me a comment on the video. Let me know your thoughts. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? What could possibly what could what innovations can you see coming from this information? What software or tools or life hacks could you see coming from this type of information? What software or what should exist publicly that doesn't, based on the information that's in here? How could this make our lives better? How could this make us less safe? Let me know your thoughts.